Is Madam Benu Kroma.
Yes.
I have the pleasure to welcome you to ELBC Radio.
Thank you very much. I'm honored to be here.
Where have you been?
In Liberia, in America, back to Liberia.
You've been starting here, there, coming here,
Yes.
America, Liberia.
Yes.
How long you been away?
Oh, that's a very good question. I was here in 86,
1986.
1986, and I was here 2017. And
Oh.
over the years, I've been back and forth.
How long you been residing in the United States?
Very good question. For some time. For some time.
So 1986, you were here 2011. It means you've been there for a very long time.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
Yeah, I
good.
went to school in America. I won a Liberian government scholarship in America. Yeah.
That's a good one.
hmm
And you have come back now. You want to give back to Liberia when you become president.
Yes,
Now,
certainly.
I would want to do a small profiling of the woman called Benu Kroma.
Okay.
Before we go to the hard questions, I want you to tell me a bit about yourself. Who are you? Where do
Well,
you come from?
Benu Nkrumah is a presidential aspirant born in Banga, Bon County. I heard you talking Banga a few times. I was born in Banga, Bon County, went to preschool, elementary, middle school in Bon County, and Cardinal University for my freshman year.
Okay.
So,
From your freshman year,
for my freshman year, Cardinal
then
University.
you got a scholarship to go to America.
No. Then I went to University of Liberia, where I graduated, got a degree in economics and minor in mathematics.
Wow, mathematics.
Yes,
I see you were competing with the male counterparts in the school at the time because not many women love mathematics.
that's true, but there are more women now going into the sciences. There are a lot of intelligent young women going into the sciences. I just ventured into that because that was my interest.
Now, Banga Bon County comprises so many tribes. You have the Pele, you have the Mbadingo, you have the Fulani who have just arrived now. They want to integrate with the people. You have the Mano at some point in the Swakoko area. That's about the how do you call the place? I don't know. I just forget the place name. But which of the tribe do you come from?
Well,
I'm sorry if I'm embarrassing with that question.
No. I love that question. Banga is a blended society. We had the Mendi, the Bandi, the Va, the Loma. You have everybody focused right in Banga. My parents are from Grand Cape Mount County, but I
Okay.
was born in Banga.
Okay.
Yes.
Upon in Banga. Now you have come back to Liberia. You've been away for all of these years, and I know you've had some engagement back home with the people of Liberia. Not just residing there, but you have had some engagement back home. What were you doing for Liberia all these years while you were in America?
Well, number one, representing Liberia at all levels. And by that, I mean, when there was a civil war in Liberia, we struggled. We worked so hard to send money, resources for our relatives back home in Liberia. So that's what we were doing. We didn't forget about Liberia. We were there working hard and sending. We were also putting Liberia on the global map. I graduated. I got my MBA in America. I worked in America, but Liberia was always on my mind, and I always carry Liberia with pride and dignity that I am a Liberian, no matter what country I am, representing Liberia to the fullest all over the world.
Wow. Now you have been there for all these years, and then I know you may have had hand on some educational projects in Liberia because sometimes people say the human resource development is so important. Aside from giving remittances to your people back home, were you also involved in molding the minds of some of your compatriots back home?
Absolutely. I was always helping my relatives and other people back here. As a matter of fact, as we speak right now, I'm sponsoring a child at the Smite Nursing School. I've solicited funds for other Liberians over here. And I've just engaged myself in so many other stuff. That's what I've been doing.
Now, Madam Benu Kroma, you have come back to Liberia. Tell us, which political party are you arranging to be a standard bearer of? Or do you
Well,
want to be an independent candidate?
I am going to be an independent candidate. I do not belong to any of the political parties, none. Just an independent candidate at this time.
Who have you been talking with? What motivated you to come to Liberia to be a candidate? Now you're an aspirant. What motivated you? What have you seen that you want to take care of?
Well, first of all, I have to take you back to 1979.
Please do.
Okay, 1979, Liberia hosted the OAU summit over here. And I was privileged to be one of your conference officers in the midst of all of the presidents and global leaders right here in Liberia. Liberia is my home. And once I got back, I realized that Liberia needs a lot. Liberia needs a lot of help. We have to improve. I saw the infrastructure. The improvement in the infrastructure was heavily needed. I saw our sick patients yearning to go back abroad for treatment when JFK is one of the best hospitals right here. We just need to improve it. We have excellent doctors. I saw the lack of digitalization with our universities. We're still taking tests with pencil, whereby you can just go online and take a test. For example, take a test, and right there and then you will see your results. But we are still in the dark ages. So looking at all of those things, I look at our disadvantaged youth, their zeal to want to learn more. I ride keke, I ride a bike, I ride everything, private, public.
You mean currently you do that?
Oh yes, I do that. I have no problem. And I talk
Do you love doing that?
I just tell them, be careful, this is an old mom at the back. And they take their time. So, oh mom, I'll be careful. But I talk to those kids and they tell me, oh mom, all I want to do is to go to school and I want to better my life. So that in itself is something that is core to my heart, that our youth, our children want to improve themselves. So why not? Why not help? Why not join the race? And by the way, as at today, I'm the only female presidential aspirant. Women give birth to children. We nurture our children. So that desire to get into this race and help this Liberian population, help all of my people, is a core thing on my mind.
Wow. Did you really see this coming, or did someone encourage you, say that you are competent, you can do better? Because so far you are the only female whose name I'm hearing. The last time I checked, there was a lady who contested with Madam Salif, and she went for senator. Mandela Cooper, she's in around, and I'm hearing that she wants to be on the ballot too. But you have come to make yours publicly now. Were you encouraged by some diaspora Liberians that you are qualified and competent, you can come and do so, or you just have one day and say, hey,
I know
I'm Liberia?
I know I am competent. I know I'm very, very competent. There is not one iota of doubt in my head that I'm not competent. Nobody encouraged me to do that. It's my desire to help my people, to improve my Liberian. And like I said, when I was 19, 20, and I sat in our conference room with all the world leaders, I know that is a place I wanted to be. I wanted to help mold this country to where it needs to be. So that was my drive.
If you just join us, I will keep reminding you who is in the studio. Is Madam Bendu Kroma, born in Bon County. She wants to be a president of this country. She is a female presidential aspirant. If you just join us for the fact, I will open the line later to interact for you to interact with her. But you have come at the time when we have a populist president, George Opomanemuya, who was overwhelmingly elected in 2017, and he's also on the ballot in 2023, October. You have the former vice president, Joseph Nyumon Puakai, who also wants to contest, even though he was defeated in 2017. You have the Alexander Cummings coming. I'm hearing the name of a Tewan Gongolo. I'm hearing the name of a Simon Freeman, and all of those names coming. But given what you've seen so far, do you think as a female contender, you could make some impact? We could win a George, we are hands down at the ballot.
I know I can make a difference. I can make a huge difference. And all the people you calling, fortunately, a lot of them are also alumni from the University of Liberia, which I am also. I have great respect for each and every one of those people, but at the same time, I feel that I can do the best job at this time, at this stage where Liberia is, to move us to the next level. Liberia need a whole lot of help. Liberia need a whole lot of push. Our kids are crying. Our marketeers are hungry. Our young girls are selling on the street. Some are being raped and all of that. We need to take a stand. And being a mother of 4 and a grandmother of 5, I feel that I can make the best impact at this time. Notwithstanding, I have respect for each and every one in this race. You know, the more the competition, the better it is. If we all like and say, oh no, we're not going to go there because of X, Y, Z, we are doing a disservice to ourselves and the people of Liberia. We have to stop that.
How do you do things differently? What do you think that the WIA government hasn't achieved that you as Benue Nkrumah can achieve when you become president?
When I become president, in a first term of Benue Nkrumah, I will have 300,000 new jobs. Listen, 300,000 new jobs if Benue Nkrumah is given the chance to be president of the Republic of Liberia. 300,000 hands down new jobs. So that's
how do you intend to create these jobs?
Oh, very good question, Jallah. Very, very good question. Now let me tell you something, Jallah. In this country, we are a rich country. Liberia is not a poor country. We have to maximize our resources. We have to do a forensic audit of our resources. We have to know what's coming up from the grounds of our soil and then go to our people, go to our concessionaire. Hey, if they're giving out 10 or 20%, Mr. Concessionaire, you got to increase this thing to 15, 20%. Look at our country. We need more help. That's number one. We have iron ore, gold, diamond. Jallah, we also have rubber. My father owned a rubber plantation, and we've had rubber for over, I think, 100 years or so. Mr. Jallah?
I'm getting you.
I know, but I just love your name. Mr. Jallah, we need to start producing more rubber products. Alain Jetty is going to get into that, but we need our own rubber tires. We need our own rubber bottles. Even the gloves that is used in the hospital, Mr. Jallah, we need those. So all of those things, if we engage in that, can you imagine how many Liberians we can hire just by doing that? I have to give credit to President Todmore during his era that the rubber plantations started coming to Liberia. But if we get all of those things, even the tips that people use when they're sewing before you prick yourself is rubber. Jallah, I have seen the white rubber coming from the tree. I have even scraped it, and that rubber there is very, very valuable. We need to do all of that. That's just a tip of the iceberg. That's just a tip of the iceberg.
What would be your own grading of the George Weah government for the last 5 years?
Well,
and because I know you are seeing some lapses and that you are seeing that you want to improve on, you want to tell us what your grading of the George Weah government?
No, I'm not going to grade George Weah. Number one, George Weah is occupying the highest position in our land, okay, hands down. And number two, he's the president of the Republic of Liberia. I, as an individual, always have to give him the highest respect. But I will look at the Rawasfi Highway. Let me tell you, we're having a program today. And one of our persons that should have been at the program sent into a group chat that he was there last night and there was an accident. Some people got injured. I'm so afraid of driving on the Rawasfi Highway. In an administration with Bendu, that highway will be completed in the first term. It won't wait until election year, then everybody rushing to finish it. But that would be
But don't you think it is in the name of development that's what's happening? And obviously life will have all of these ups and downs.
Of course.
You have the roads being done since the creation of this country, where that road had only 2 lanes,
Yeah.
and the we are government is putting some resources in international partners and trying to help the country move on and make that place pliable for you when you come into the country. Don't you
agree.
see that in the name of development?
I agree, but we are still lacking. The infrastructure is so behind. I mean, when I came from Red Light today, okay?
Did you
and-
see the inspection going on by the president?
No, I did not see the
He
president
has been
there.
inspecting the road between here and Cocoa Factory.
Yeah, that's very good. I'm on that road almost every day. I'm on that road.
You ride the keke or the motorbike?
I ride motorbike, keke, bike, you name it, private car.
Yeah.
I ride it all. Yeah. But what I also saw was a lot of plastic trash on that road. Plastic trash. Now let me tell you something, Jallah. You know when COVID was high in this country, Liberia came to a shutdown. In my opinion, that time would have been used to finish a lot of the road work that is being carried on right now. Because right now you have the marketeers, you have the motorcyclists, everybody going there, and it's slowing the work. And developed countries have something where you work 2-3 shifts on the road. The road is taking too long to complete. Hands down, period. It's taking too long. However, I'm also giving him credit while I'm criticizing, the slowness in which the road is being completed.
Now, one of my followers is asking me this question. He said, please ask, and I'll ask this question because he's concerned, and it's John B. Yah. What makes her best suited for the presidency? I think you said something about that as compared to others. What is her stronghold in the country? Every politician will say, this region is my stronghold, and what I've been doing. And again, what has she been doing for Liberia that will serve as a yardstick for election?
Oh my God, Jallah, I'm the executive director for all of the alumni in the entire world of the University of Liberia. Wow. George Weah happened to be an alumni. The president of Sierra Leone happened to be an alumni. And you go to all of the ministries over here, you have almost 75% of students that are alumni of the University of Liberia. So I'm serving in that capacity as we speak, Jallah. So that in itself is huge. It's huge. But notwithstanding, my desire, let me tell you something, Jallah. When you run a 4x1 relay, somebody take the baton, run and give it to the other person, and the other person pass it to the other person until you get to the finish line. I want George Weah to pass that baton on to me right now so I can take Liberia to the next level for the next 5 years.
You sound so confident, and that's what I like about you. You're so confident that you could be the next president.
Of course. Why not?
Have you taken a tour of the country to see the needs of the people?
Yeah.
You must know, you should be acquainted with the difficulties or the development of the country. What have you noticed? Have you gone across the country? Have you done a country
Let me
tour,
tell you something.
to know what is happening in the country?
One thing about technology, sometimes you don't even have to go. Social media has narrowed the gap. You can stay here and see cars being stuck going on to Grand Jita. And congratulations, Grand Jita now can listen to LBS. I think you mentioned that earlier. Yes. But the road network, it is so bad. Even from Douala up to Grand Cape Mar County, I was going to bury my brother in Tierney, Grand Cape Mar County. And the road there is so bad. And that spot there is not a huge distance. We lack maintenance.
But are you aware that the Weah government broke ground for the construction of the road between the rubber spots and that of the main road, and that the rehabilitation work will soon begin on the road going to Cape Mount?
Yeah, listen. I commend President Weah for everything he's doing. But I want President Weah to pass that baton on to me. Let me move for speed and finish all of this road network.
Where do you get your support from, madam? Do you have some overseas support? Do you have a foundation that helps you to raise money? Because I know that people like you, women who come to this kind of high-level, top-notch position, you get some support from abroad. Like Madam Salim, while she was contesting, there was some support coming from somewhere which brought her up. Where is the support base?
Now, before I answer that, you mentioned Madame Salif. Madame Salif, when she came to this country, Liberia was in a war-torn era. Madame Salif, a female president, she kept peace in this country for 12 years. There was peace, there was progress, and there was a lot of support from the international community. So the international community is just looking for another female like Bendu Kroma to start pouring this money in for us to finish all this other stuff that is lagging and slowing down.
Now, let me ask you, Mother Kroma, if you just join us again, this is ELBC Radio. My name is Jallah Grayfield. I'm here till 6 o'clock. On this segment is Madam Bendu Kroma, a female presidential aspirant who says she wants to be president. One of the needs of our country, let me go back first to Madam Salif, you talk about, right? When Madam Salif was in opposition, after she lost the 1997 election to Charles Taylor, she didn't just sit idle and look around and say, I will go back to America and I will come back when the people need me to be president. She had an NGO called Miss Swagon, are you aware? That NGO was in the nooks and crannies of this country, providing help for people in so many areas. What have you been doing to touch the lives of the people in similar fashion? Or what have you been doing differently?
Very good question. I've been soliciting funds to help some of the students at the University of Liberia.
Okay.
I solicited funds to bring medicine for a clinic in Duporo. I solicited funds to help a young boy whose intestines were coming out. All he needed was a little bit of help. I solicited funds and I was able to get that money to help that boy at ELWA. I also solicited funds when the mothers needed notebook, pads, and everything for their children. For district number 9, I did that. During the COVID time, Jallah, I got hand sanitizers, rice, how you call the buckets that you put the water, hand wash buckets. I got that in my own weak way. I'm not a millionaire, but I can do a million things for Liberia.
I think that's why we're playing that song. I'm not a millionaire.
I heard it.
I can make it happy.
Yep.
I'll play that again, don't worry.
Okay, I love that song.
Yeah, so let me know, what do you intend to do in the agriculture sector? I listened to former Vice President Joseph Boakai, and I read in the newspaper, he said, when he becomes president, Liberia can feed the entire world.
Well,
Quoting me from one of the papers. What do you do in the agriculture sector?
Jallah.
Because many people think that mechanized farming could be better for Liberia. What new approach will you bring to the agriculture sector? Because that's one of the ways that Liberians can be delivered from poverty.
Jallah, I love that question so much. What I intend to do is to have big warehouses strategically in 5 geographic locations. Jallah, I'm going to go Lofa County. Lofa have some of the sweetest pineapple in Lofa County. We're going to turn those pineapple into juices. And we're going to export the juices. Some will be, consumed over here, but we're going to export it to all over, all other African countries and some abroad. We got to improve this balance of trade, Jallah. So I'm going to do that. Gari, we manufacture gari. When I was in California, we used to buy flour to use to make fufu. It was packaged. It was sold in Los Angeles. I tried to look for that of Liberia. I look, Jallah, I didn't see any. So we start packaging more of our products. We refine our products. We make it better. We probably open carry and give them more money. Carry in Bon County, Swakoko. We're going to invest more in that. But we're going to do several things.
Okay. Such as?
We dry some of our fish, package it. Okay, fisheries.
For exportation.
For consumption locally and then export purposes. Meso fish were here a couple of years ago. And we sold a lot of shrimp, seafood to the UK. Jallah, we have to bring that back. We have to open up messelfish again. Not necessarily messelfish, but call it something else. So fishery, we're going to improve on that. Juices, we're going to do that. And agriculture, several other agricultural products, just to keep the economy rolling. And you know who's going to benefit?
No.
The Liberian people, the youth. The Liberian youth are going to benefit for that. We're going to put money aside for our marketeers. Because the marketeers, they bring their goods and services from the hinterland. After one day, those products start.
Yeah, I know what
going
you're
to
talking
waste.
about. If you visited Red Light, you see what happened around Goba
And I'm there
Market.
every day.
And you have all of these produce being brought from the rural parts of the country. There's nowhere for preservation.
Yes.
You go to Ominga, the same thing. These materials are spoiling, and when the season passes, then it's difficult to find them. You wouldn't find few of them in a supermarket.
But if you start packaging those products, if you start canning those products, if you start freezing those products, if you start drying those products, the lifespan of those products can be extended so that the market women won't have to lose all of that. You see, that's just one point, one aspect.
And Reverend Dave Kemun is one of the presidential candidates, as aspirants, right? He comes from the Liberian People's Democratic Party. He says, Jallah, I'm glad there is a Liberian sister with a desire to serve Liberia as president. Welcome, dear sister. Reverend David Kemun says that. Thank you, Reverend, for joining the show here. But let me ask about your headquarters. Do you have a party headquarters now? Are you going to farm somewhere now for one?
Absolutely. It's in process right now. It's in process right now. But one, Jallah, one is going to be the very school I learned the SOSOGOLOLO in Bon County, Jallah.
So
It's being
Bon
renovated.
could be one of your strongholds.
Of course. Of course.
Is that your stronghold?
That's one of my strongholds.
Okay.
Yeah. So Bon County,
So one of them has been headquartered in Bon County.
one of my headquarters is going to be in Bon County, the very building I learned SOSOGOLOLO.
And H-E and B inside.
Yes.
That the building.
That's the building. That's the building that is under renovation right now as we speak.
Are you considering your vice president? Are you thinking about now some names in the political arena about who your running mate will be?
Yeah, we are looking at that. Here's my chairman. Here is some people over here. They are all looking at that. You know, we want to look for the best. The
Okay.
best of the best. We are searching.
How do you intend addressing the bread and butter issues in Liberia? Now, we have faced the road. The people say that road will eat. If it brings life in the Ivory Coast on the SLG line, they say that land will eat. We're hungry. When you do the one say that water, but they're saying all of these things. Every time they talk about the bread and butter issue.
Yeah.
Now, I know that if you fix a road that passes through Santa Cruz, go to look at tool that can bring produce to Monrovia easily and be sold and put money in your pocket, you are addressing some of the bread and butter issues. But people don't look at that. And they feel that bread and butter is just to go buy rice and put it in the market and make it cheaper. But how do you ensure that the bread and butter issues are addressed? That's one of the concerns of the people of Liberia.
Anything that has to do with infrastructure development, like the road network, improve the transport of goods and services from point A to point B. So that will make the bread and butter come faster. But I prefer the cassava, the elo, the plantain to come faster than the bread and butter. I tell you what, those have more, they are healthy. Our potatoes, edos, they are healthier than the bread and butter. So I prefer the edos being transported on those routes and come to Liberia. And you mentioned Nima County. I have to congratulate all the Nibaians. They won the tournament, I think, in soccer.
Yeah.
But I'm still waiting for my GB. If you over there, all my Nibaians, I'm still waiting for my GB. You ain't get it to me yet. Esther, are you listening?
Esther listening.
Okay.
Okay. So I'll open the line shortly because I want to make it interactive.
Okay.
But I'm still concerned about your visitation to the country, I mean the counties. That people need to see you. They need to feel you. And then they say, we want to know this woman. You said the technology or the internet has made it easy to know what is happening in Grand Jire, to know what is happening in Bokon Jire, to know what is happening in Bapolu, and all of those. when do you intend taking to the road
Oh,
to visit these counties?
I've already been on some of the road.
Where?
I've been to Bon County. I've been to Grand Cape Mount County. I've gone through Bummy. I've been to Margibi. All of that, but I plan on going to more. By the way, speaking about the land, you mentioned Nima. I will have to give a second of silence. My brother-in-law is from Nima. He will be buried there in February. So I have to take a moment and silence and just think about him at this time for our family. The reason why I like him so much, he helped save my mother during the war. He's going to be buried in Nima, very close to the Ivorian border. Michael Wiles, former managing director of the Liberian airport. I don't know if I'm saying the name right, but the airport.
Authority.
Yeah,
Airport authority.
No. The airport on Effie.
Okay.
Effie. Yeah, he used to be Springfield. He used to be the managing director.
I'm so sorry for that.
Yeah. When you mentioned Nima, it just occurred to me that. So I'm going to be going there. I'm going to be going Nima County for that burial. I've been to Nima County before. Ganta, Sanikole, Tapeta. I've been all of those places.
Now, let me ask you a few other political questions, then we'll go to the line. How do you see an opposition collaboration? You're coming at a time when people think, and we know for a fact that the opposition is disintegrated. They were holding together, called the CPP. One upon a time, they got disintegrated because one of them, Mr. Cummings, was accused of forging the signature of Benin IUA. And they took him to court. That led to the dismantling of the opposition. Now they trying to come together again. We're hearing that in the background that Cummings and Joseph Walker want to come together for a sole purpose of going against George Weah. Now you come in as you want to be a candidate, but you want to go as independent. Let's look at the opposition collaboration and how do you see the opposition in Liberia?
Well, number one, if you're coming together just to defeat a person, I'm not too keen about that. I'm coming to be the number one female contender and to beat all of them. I'm not coming.
You put in one basket and beat one of them.
I beat all of them.
That's so much. You put everyone in one basket and beat them.
I beat them, yeah, hands down, no way back, yeah. But seriously, I feel that I'm the best possible candidate for Liberia at this particular time in history. It is my very strong opinion.
Andrew James Johnson says, I highly appreciate a mother like you to come on board. Liberian women are great people. He says that. Then Gabriel Woman writes on our live Facebook feed. He says, Uncle Jallah, I want Mother Kroman to tell Liberians now what will she do in order to make rubber value again on the Liberian market since her dad was a large rubber farmer, according to her. Andrew Johnson is also here again. So he wants to know, how do you intend to make rubber value? I was asking someone who is a rubber farmer that the price has dropped around $345 from $700, and we have the largest rubber processing company, rubber plantation in Liberia, Firestone. We just signed another agreement with them for another some more years. How do you intend to make rubber value on the market? That's this question is concerned.
Well, number one, rubber is used all over the world. In the aerospace industry, in almost every industry you can think about, rubber is used. So what I would like to see is Liberian building manufacturing plants and building parts. Once those parts are standardized globally, those parts can be manufactured here and sold all over the world. So you do that alone and start selling internationally, it could be anything. You can use rubber for automobile, the parts, manufacture it and sell it globally. You don't have to fix the cars, but parts can be sold internationally. So I think if we engage in that, that would be excellent for Liberia. It will hire more of our youth. We can fix tires. We can fix, this thing has rubber. This core, it has rubber. Yeah. And I'm almost sure the hair gear you had on you, it has rubber also. The hospitals have rubber. So all of these things, rubber is something that's going to be here for a long time. We just have to start manufacturing the products and make it competitive on the world market. Once we do that, we get our unemployment rate down and employ more Liberians to make things better for our nation.
There was a female uh, political contender who wanted to be president of Liberia in 2011, Masangi Indebe, Dr. Masangi Indebe. And she came to Liberia and she said she was the best in Liberia. That she could beat Ellen Johnson down, the George Wright, every one of them, hands down. And then she made some fabulous promises to the Liberian people and disappeared in thin air. Many will be thinking, we have seen another woman who has come. How do you assure them that the scenario of Madam Indebe will not happen with you?
Well, this is Benu A. Krumah speaking to you. I don't know the other madam that spoke to you, but this is Benu A. Krumah, a Liberian, that I have a platform that I developed, how I'm going to address this whole thing, and I'll leave a copy with you before I go. Yes, as a matter of fact, I will give it to you right now.
Thank you.
But like I said, Madam Benu A. Krumah will have 300 new jobs in the Republic of Liberia. 300,000. So you just imagine 300,000. Today I was driving in a cab.
In the first year of your administration?
No, in the first term.
Oh, your first term,
in the 300 new jobs. And I'm not talking about government job. These
in
jobs,
the private sector as
it
well.
will be in the private sectors.
Encouraging investors to come as well.
Yeah, well, that too. But then empowering our women, empowering our marketeers, empowering our youth, creating more jobs. So those are the kind of things I'm going to be involving and talking to our concessionaires. Hey, Mr. Concessionaire, this gold and diamond you're digging from out of this country and carrying it to foreign nation, let's manufacture 25 to 30% right here. You know, you go abroad, they're selling 10 carat gold, people bragging about 5, 10, 20 carats, 15 carats, and the price is high. Sometimes $10 million somebody going to engage. So imagine if they can do that over a year and we start selling it and bagging a lot of the profits and proceeds, our people here will benefit substantially.
Thank you, Madam Benu Krumah. She is a female presidential aspirant. She has come amongst these men and she says she wants to put them in one basket and beat them all. She's my guest on the Bumper Show on ELBC Radio. Let me take this break. I will come back. Let me take this break quickly.
Don't disrespect me because I get on papa. You will not disrespect because you see me in papa. Don't disrespect me because I get on papa. You will not disrespect because I will on donga. We not broken, but we can make it happen. We not millionaire, but we can keep it popping. We not broken, we can make it happen. We not millionaire, but we can keep it popping. Alcohol, alcohol, alcohol.
The good news is here. And I'm trying to go to Isaac Gaius and Red in Bangabong County, where the management of LBS is making sure and working hard that LBS gets on the AAC grade that will afford the people of Bong County to listen to LBS 24/7. Once our morning broadcast ends, they are off until the afternoon hours on the Bumper Show and other programs come on. This time on a female gladiator, the female Director General Estelle Liberty Camus. Lots of money have been put into it. Right now, Grand Jury can listen to LBS 24/7. You will not go off. Maryland has been worked on the same way. Why we replicate that in Bong County?
Don't disrespect me.
Don't disrespect also. We here.
You will not disrespect.
I'm trying to get the Isaac Gaius on. Right, Gaius on. If you can call me, that'll be better as well.
We not broken, but we can make it happen. We not millionaire, but we can keep it popping.
Lila Brisbane Harriet Lila Brisbane says she's following the show right here from Painesville around the Santa Drossel area. I'm trying to get an answer. Let me just get a message ongoing.
Alcohol in the boat is on me. Octane alcohol. Alcohol. Alcohol in the boat is on me. Don't disrespect me because I get on papa. You will not disrespect because you see me in papa.
As soon as Azeret picks the phone, Azeret is right here with me on the bumper show for Central Liberia, and the capital city of Bon County is called Banga. The BBC got called it Banga during the crisis. Azeret, where are you exactly?
Oh, I'm in Banga. The road that connects Banga, Bon County to Lofa. I'm on the Lofa Road.
Okay, Lofa Road. Exactly, I know your location. My GPS just picked you up. Azeret, tell us.
Thank you so much. You're loud and clear in Banga, though.
Yeah, tell us about the good news. What is happening? I'm told that you are being there making some efforts to ensure that we get connected Bon County 24/7. That Grand Jury is now on. Maryland is being worked on. You are the Deputy Director General for Deputy Director General for Rural Broadcasting. Bring us to speed about these developments.
Well, Jallah, thank you. The efforts will continue to be made so that our people are informed. We regret that for the last 6 weeks we were off in 7 counties, but our technicians have managed to restore our transmission. Our signal is now beaming through Grand Bassa, Grand Jide, Maryland, Pommy, Fonjima, Banga, and we will hopefully try to get final on. The good news is that Grand Jide and Maryland will not be running with a Russian broadcast hour. They will go as long as the Monrovia goes on from 5:55 to 12 midnight, because we're trying to get them on the LEC grill on the West African Power Pool electricity line,
Okay.
which we have done that a long time, but it's better late than never. Now we are in Banga in conversation with the Jungle Energy, the JEP, and we hope that the conversation will be useful to the extent that Banga will get connected to the 24-hour electricity that Bon County enjoys, so that the people enjoy your busy broadcast.
Now, finally, as I take leave of you, in terms of dollars and cents, what are we talking about to have these things done?
Well, we've contracted some energy provider. They've been working with the business and procurement offices. I will not have on top of my head the figures, but they price pretty close to around 75,000 to 100,000 to get the transformers, to get high energy lines, power tension wires, all the connectors and accessories to get you on 3 feet, because we're not on the 2 feet supply line that goes to the ordinary homes. We are consuming huge amount of energy or power, so we need a 3-phase line, and it requires high tension wire, transformers, as well as some connectors and other accessories. So you're putting around $75,000 to $100,000 to get the 3 stations on. I don't think there's so much money that we can provide to get Bassa 2 on someday. We hope to get Bassa on by July, and we hope after Bassa we'll get bombing on, since electricity are in those counties.
Okay. I said, thanks for talking to us from Banga. Enjoy your time. Just go to Poma and tell Galai Vapla that I say you there to give you a bowl of food to eat.
You mean passion then? Because
Your passion.
if I go to Palmer, then I
Go to Passion. Go to Passion. Galai Vapla will give you a bowl of food to eat. And if you went to Palmer, tell my old man there, how do I call him? Paul Tobacco Saleh, tell him that he gave you a bowl of goat soup.
I prefer soft drink. Thank you, sir.
I said, thanks a lot. Let me open the line now. You can call me now and talk to Madam Benu Kroma, our female aspirant for the presidency. Call 080-514-096, 077-6680-373. That number is for the female, but sometimes they don't take advantage of it. So I'm going to open it for everyone to participate, but it's primarily for the female because I want female participation. That's why the phone was purchased, so that they can also be a part of our politics of our country. Let me take Mr. Bob Ivangizi, the man who had just returned from Lofa County. Bob, Yanae. Hey. Levasi. Oh, wait, go ahead, let's hear you.
Yeah, thank you. Let me say hands up to your studio guest. I think the madam is mature. She's bold to her conscience, and I love the way Jallah, quite frankly, when you pose a question to her as to the performance of the president, I mean, that's how we call responsible intellectuals. She wanted to be a president. She's not telling Ambassador we have failed, but she want to continue the process. I think, madam, with the level of work that has been done by His Excellency, and we watch, if you are here, move around town, see some of the development trajectory of our country. Yeah. I think your ambition is not bad, but you need to let them come on board, so that you can bring your expertise to the governance structure. You can come as a cabinet member so that you can help to move this country in the same way that you think that the president we are is moving, because you bring some real sense of the disco. So
thank you, Bob.
That you will join up. Maybe 2020 now we can catapult you, but now I think that the timing is now right.
Thank you, Bob. Thanks a lot, Bob Gizi. Bob Gizi. The other guy was calling. If you call the line, if I pick your call, do not drop it. Just leave on. If that 30 seconds is not much for you, then I can put you on. You can talk. Hello, welcome to the next caller here. Hello? Do I have a call on that line? Hello? You can't hold this line hostage, oh? No, you don't. Hello, the next caller. Welcome.
Yes, this is Cellular calling from Duporo, Cowfield, the Avenue of Ellis Momo.
Civilized, is that all you're doing? Civilized?
No, I said Philip Lam.
Oh, Philip Lai. Go ahead, Philip. Let's hear you. 30 seconds.
Yes, I think there is no space right now because our president, President Weah, is doing extremely well. All roads have been paid. There is no lane for her right now. She comes to me now.
Okay. Thank you, Philip. Let me take the next caller here. Hello, welcome. You live. Let's hear you. What's your name? Where do you come from, sir?
Yeah, hello. My name is Roland Monoba.
Roland, let's hear you.
Yeah, I'm calling on Jacksonville.
Welcome. How are you?
Yeah, I said thank God so much for my studio girl. But my question to my studio girl is that she's from Bon County. What are some of the impacts she are doing in Bon County?
She was born in Bon, but she's in Cape Mount initially.
Yes, from Cape Mount. Yes, from Cape Mount. Some of the things that she has done in Cape Mount, let's say, yeah, indeed, for her.
Okay, thanks a lot for your comment and your question. The lines remain the same. Hello, welcome. You live. Let's hear you. Hello.
Good evening, people.
You sound like Emmanuel Tuba Jr. Are you the one on the line?
Definitely. This is Emmanuel M. Tuba Jr. and I call you this evening from the running office of the intellectual class of Tubukume.
Okay, let's hear you.
Jallah Grayfield, I want to say good evening to your city guest. I listened to her. She elaborated lengthily on her platform and what she feels to achieve as a president when she's elected. Currently, she's aspiring. Well, I want to tell her to keep the faith because she's a female, and as a person support female to whatsoever position they want to get themselves acclimatized to. But I want to encourage her that President Dr. George Biden, we are electing for 2023, and I'm sure she can wait for 2029.
Thank you. The next caller, you want to participate on the show? Let's see. The next caller, welcome. Hello, caller, are you there? Oh, he dropped the line. Please call back if you wish to participate. The numbers are, I also have our international line is there, +231 770 560 560, +231 770 560 560. That is a WhatsApp number. Hello, welcome the next caller.
How are you doing?
I'm okay, sir. You sound like Steven Zong.
Oh, man.
From Grand Juliet County, right?
Yeah.
Let's hear you. I know Grand Juliet is so elated this afternoon that you are now on 24/7.
Well, we thank God that we are back.
Yeah, go ahead. Let's
Because
see.
the technical vision of LBN have been killing us. We thank God that we are back.
Okay, let's hear it quickly.
Madam Kuroma, one question to you is this. Don't you think it will be a regret to the great United States of America, seeing how highly educated you are, and then looking with you as a Liberian in your country, with the expectation that
Man, Stephen made a question long. We don't have time, oh.
oh man, open up, make a style.
Go ahead now, my man.
With the expectation that you'll be working for Liberia globally, and see you coming back to Israel like you want to become president. Thank you.
Well, as you regret it. Anyway, thank you. I think she understood it. Hello, welcome the next caller.
Yes, good evening.
Good evening. You are a female.
Hello.
I hear a female on the line. Welcome. How are you?
Yeah, this is Mom, Sarah Joe. I'm officially in there woman.
Okay,
I
Sarah
want
Joe.
to tell you something and show, and I want to tell the Mana Institute changing and so much. But my question is, if she having to win as president, what will she do for the disabled people in this country?
Thank you, Manjo.
And what we can do anything. What is the plan?
Okay, thank you, Mansura. Hello, welcome. This will be the last caller. I'll give her 5 minutes to end. Hello, welcome. Do we have a caller there? You can call me. I will take at least 1 or 2 calls. 080-514-096. 0776680373. Hello, welcome. The next caller.
Hello?
Hello, welcome. You live.
Yeah, I go by the name Shaka Bobby Baby Zulu Political Mechanic. I call you from Zwaju.
30
Thank you
seconds.
so much for the show.
30 seconds.
My concern has to do with the studio guest connection with Liberians in the diaspora. What is our relationship with Liberians in the diaspora, and how is she going to be able to relate to Liberians down here? Because the politics down here is different from what she's seen.
Okay.
There are a lot of challenges down here. So how is she going to cope about that?
Thank you. Finally, this caller, I will give you just 10 seconds. Welcome quickly. You're the last caller. Hello? Hello? No, the calls have too many. I don't know what's happening. Hello, welcome. You live? Hello? All right, let me come back to Madam Kurma as she answers these concerns. Then we can close up. Welcome.
Okay, first and foremost, I think one of the callers said that there is no lane, LANE, for a new person. I should wait until 2029. When it comes to Liberia, Liberia is a country for all Liberians. There is no one that can tell you when to come into a race and when not to. You come into a race when you feel that you are the best possible